Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com. If you are suffering from a host of medical problems, diabetes, osteoporosis, neurological, cardiovascular disorders, or cancer, Joanne James, medical exercise specialist for over 25 years, can develop an exercise program that will make your post-rehab effective and inspiring. Medfit Rehab will provide a hands-on, professionally supervised conditioning program. Medfit Rehab, Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com. Hi, Joanne. How are you this beautiful day?
Oh, man, I am great. The more beautiful it gets, the greater I get. So all is good.
That's good to know. Okay. The super fat-burning walking workout. Well, that, to me, sounds like a pretty fast workout. What do you think?
Well, it can be a pretty fast workout. Yeah, that's one of the ways that you can make it a super fat-burning type of workout. One is, increase the speed at which you're walking, or at least understand that if you're window shopping as you're walking down the street as part of your walking workout, then you're not really working at a pace that's going to get you the results that you're looking at. So you have to understand that how fast you walk and what you do in your walk is going to be the determination about being a fat-burning workout. So speed is one of the things you can do. I also recommend that people do more of an interval type of walk, which is they speed it up real quick, and then they kind of slow it down a little bit, not to the point of walking normally. And they do this on an interval basis where they go back and forth in order to burn maximum body fat and get into the best shape possible. So definitely that's one way of making it a super workout. And the other thing is include your arms in your workout. Don't just walk with it swinging by your side. For some people, if they're strong enough and they can carry like a 1 pound weight, they can try that.
They can have a wrist weight. That's
exactly.
Okay.
But I'm going to say never walk with weight on your ankles. Please, no ankle weight.
Right.
I know a lot of people ask that, and that used to be very common, but it's too much, depending on what your knees, your hips, your ankles, if you've got some kind of you're predisposed to ankle injuries, hip injuries, or you do have those issues, ankle weights don't, as much as they...
I've never heard of ankle weights. I've never heard of ankles. Shackles I've heard of. I've never heard of ankle.
That's another way of looking at it. Or the ball and chain. It can be looked at as like that as well.
Right.
But other than that, some people like to walk with ankle weights, and that's not recommended at all. But hand weights or wrist weights is great. So knowing what your goal is when you're out there walking. Walking is one of the best things you can do. It's cheap. It doesn't cost you anything other than a pair of running shoes, and please wear appropriate shoes for when you're going to do walks. And the more intense you walk, the more you should go towards running shoes than maybe walking shoes. And that depends, again, on the intensity. So when we work with people that come on board with us, sometimes walking is their program. We design that actual walking program for them so that they are walking appropriately for their fitness level and for their goals. If you're going to be a runner or one of those sprint walkers, you have to train according to that. But if you're just training to just get into shape or to feel healthy, there's different ways of walking in order to achieve those different goals. So you have to know what your goals are. If you're walking to lose weight, you're definitely going to be walking at a quicker pace than just a garden walk or just a casual walk down the street. You have to really walk at an intensity that gets your heart rate up in the appropriate heart rate level, and then you can get some results that you're looking for.
Well, it seems to me that walking is probably one of the best exercises that we can have. I mean, most people either they're walking their dog, and that's not really a workout because, somebody's stopping every few minutes for their own thing here. But if you have a program that you've designed from Medfit Rehab, then that program will keep you going. Should you have a timer with you, a radio? Can you wear your headset or something? What do you recommend?
I highly recommend that people, obviously have something. A pedometer is fantastic. A lot of people are using the Fitbit. because they're measuring the number of steps that they're taking, the amount of calories they're burning. Those are really great motivators. The 10,000 steps is something that I would highly recommend to people. They're saying that it's a great way to monitor how much calories you're burning and that you are doing something. Because, a lot of people go out for a walk and they think they're doing something, and they're not. But if you have walked 10,000 steps for that day, you've done something. So I highly recommend that people consider something like that.
Great advice. Thank you so much for all of it. We'll talk to Michelle tomorrow, and we'll talk to you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Take care.
Joanne James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, Columbus Center Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com.